Another adventure has arrived, and I am once again giving you my thoughts while also explaining some of the lore. Just like usual, this adventure starts by accepting yet another favor from Rowena. This time Merrick is nowhere to be found and is either missing or drunk in a gutter, and it's up to us to find out which. We start our investigation by traveling to his last known location, his usual spot at Stephen Spoil's seapost. There we find a note with a symbol of a crossblade and flintlock, which we haven't seen before, but I could be wrong. This note tells us someone had urgent information for Merrick and told him to meet up at the unmarked island at K9. But I don't know, it sounds like a trick to me. When we arrive at this unmarked island, we find none other than Belle, who is doing some investigation of her own. Is she talking about that skeleton throne in the underwater cave, or maybe she is hinting to future content? Either way, Belle uses her soul flame lantern to look at past memories, and we see a masked figure attacking Merrick. We don't know who this is, but the mask and the fact that this person is using a dagger already is giving us some big hints. Belle tells us this person killed Merrick and somehow made sure his soul didn't reach the Ferry of the Damned. I mean, it's not like this trailer spoiled that part of the mystery, but we will talk about that another time. For now, Belle gives us the journal belonging to this person to continue our hunt. We easily decipher that our assassin is laying low close to the underground river at Wander's Refuge. When we use the lantern on the north beach of this island, we see this figure heading inland from their rowboat. And just a little further, we see her writing in a journal which we can also interact with. And yes, I say her, I mean, come on, this is a review, we already know who it is. This is also the first of 5 journals, and you need to read them all to complete all the deeds. And yes, I will show all of them, including the transcripts in this video. So, I don't know, maybe subscribe as a thank you, that would be nice. This journal talks about hunting down Merrick, not being able to find the secret hideout, but also about enjoying the sun since there won't be any where she will be going. After this, we find some more footsteps guiding us to Wanda's workshop. We interact with the skull to continue to the hidden back room, and we use our soul flame lantern to look at the memory of the masked assailant using the box of wondrous secrets to talk to the warsmith. We discover that the murder of Merrick was planned as part of a deal between our killer and Captain Warsmith. We also learn that some phantoms are aiding these individuals. This reconfirms that not all phantoms are working for Flameheart and the Reapers. Also, while we're on the subject, unlike ghosts, phantoms originate from the memories of people either living or dead. This means phantoms are not ghosts, but rather just a manifestation of the mind. So if you were still confused about that, I hope this clears it up. After the reveal of the Warsmith's involvement, we then follow the footsteps back out again. While you are tracking this, be on the lookout for a second journal that can be found on the west side lying under 2 palm trees. This one is very revealing since it explains why Warsmith is in the Sea of the Damned. Current events on the seas were weakening the veil between worlds. However, things calmed down since then and all routes are now closed. And the only way of communication is the box of wondrous secrets. So I really like this lore. When we reach the top of the island, we see the masked figure burying some stuff. If only we had a shovel or salve. Oh wait, we do. And we find more journal pages. These pages reveal that these phantoms were working on securing different relics, and we are pointed to 2 new locations. Also, this journal talks about a person called W, which is obviously Wanda. I mean, come on. Deciphering these new locations is pretty easy, and you don't need to do them in order. In this video, we head to Sailor's Bounty first, where we can find a journal straight away on the east beach of the main island. This journal talks about the pirate lord's oldest enemy, the Gold Hoarder. Apparently, the gems in his skull are twin veil stones that allow the Gold Hoarder to be able to see between worlds and might be one of the reasons he went mad. I personally don't think this explanation was planned from the beginning, but I do like this little nugget of lore a lot. We then follow the footsteps to a sinkhole and discover the Dark Brethren securing a special type of siren staff. How do we know the Dark Brethren are behind this? Well, it's pretty obvious by this point, but if you still had any doubts, the phantoms that attack us are called, Brethren Phantoms. And don't forget to kill all of them, otherwise the journal will not be updated. Our next destination is Salty Sands, where you will quickly find another journal when arriving on the south side. This one is not too revealing, but it does talk about a ritual needed to bind certain pieces together and about the Brethren recruiting phantoms to their cause. When we move to the other part of this island, we see the phantoms handing over the skull of the Gold Hoarder. They found this skull at the Coral Fortress where we last defeated him during the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. The last phantom you will kill will also drop some orders. These mention bringing the Golden Sands Mystic to the Eastern Isle, and it even includes a picture of Olga, the Order of Souls lady from that outpost. Either way, our next destination is Cannon Cove. When equipping the lantern, we can follow the Mask of Silence inward towards the peak. Just don't forget to read the final journal next to the campfire. This one reveals that our assassin prevented a reunion between Wanda and her sister Wanda and is making sure their place in the Dark Brethren remains secure. So yeah, interesting to learn someone is manipulating Wanda and not the other way around. The final memory we discover is Olga enchanting this newly made scepter. After this, we are attacked by phantoms yet again, and these two will drop some more orders on the feet. These mention leaving a note for the weaponsmith at New Golden Sands Outpost. At this location, we find this note and it's revealed to be a threat to Wanda. It's also signed with the letter A. And when we turn the page, it reveals a sea dog's crest. Very interesting. With our journal complete, we head back to Belle, who tells us to travel to the Sea Dog's Tavern. When arriving at the Sea Dog's Tavern, we see a cloaked figure standing on the pier. When interacting with her, she reveals herself to be Amaranta. I know, big surprise. She uses her newly formed scepter to open a portal showing Wanda holding Merrick captured in the Sea of the Damned. And we even see Duke standing in the background, which would be an awesome reveal, if that trailer didn't spoil it for us. Either way, Amaranta uses her scepter again, joins the Dark Brethren, and they escape. We still don't know exactly what they want with Merrick, but they can now freely travel between worlds and maybe plotting to take over the Sea of the Damned. Interesting stuff is bound to come from this. So, just like all adventures, I love the lore it brings. We learn about two new Veilstones, the Box of Wondrous Secrets is revealed to be a communication device to the Sea of the Damned, and it's nice to see the Dark Brethren being pushed to the foreground of the story. And spoilers aside, I like this little murder mystery that didn't involve 2000 retweets. But the funny thing is, this story isn't really about Merrick, but about Amaranta joining the Dark Brethren and them getting more powerful. And it is very well crafted. So from a story perspective, this is probably my favorite adventure so far, even though we had to travel to, about 10 different islands to piece together the full picture. The one thing that did disappoint me was that these memories were not fully animated, and that felt a bit awkward at times. So I hope they improve on this in the future. Also, I don't really like the emote we get for completing this adventure. I feel a real mask would have been perfect. But oh well, it's not about the gold, but about the lore I guess. But there is still a lot of lore to discuss. I only touched the surface in this review. So make sure to tune in to our next podcast episode where we will go cannonballs deep into all these new revelations. I hope you join us. For now, thanks for watching, leaving a thumbs up really means a lot, so please do, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.